I chose to lead. No plans to leverage fame for job advancement. Shooting oneself for pleasure. Turn on the TV, girl? You going where? Leaving you. Whoopi Goldberg was banned from The View for 2 weeks for discussing the Holocaust. Human cruelty, not race, is the issue, even though she publicly apologized. I tweeted last night about my show mistake today. There was no clear meaning to her words. Whoopi Goldberg's co-worker, Mark Wahlberg, revealed a bombshell scandal that is explosive. This story goes how far? How does this affect their professions in the entertainment industry? This movie will reveal Mark Wahlberg's daring exposure, which may startle you. Warnings from Mark Wahlberg. Wahlberg has always spoken openly about his family and Hollywood's role in society. In an interview with Task and Purpose, the Deepwater Horizon star said interesting things about out-of-touch celebrities who utilize their status for political gain. This showed that most Hollywood elite opposed Trump before the election. Wahlberg claimed it showed that celebrities don't influence people. Hollywood seems like a bubble. I think they don't comprehend genuine people's struggles. Celebrities may sell CDs and movies, but they don't feed people. He repeated that Hollywood was in a bubble and didn't realize how hard things are for other people. How does this comment affect Whoopi Goldberg? After the Whoopi Goldberg bakery fiasco, Mark Wahlberg's claim that Hollywood elites don't understand normal Americans seems appropriate. Goldberg, used to the spotlight, is back for a Staten Island bakery, a dessert, and a storm of charges. Goldberg said Holterman's Bakery, a family-owned business, would not. During a View segment, her political views prevented her from fulfilling a dessert order. Politics don't interest Charlotte Ruse. The manufacturer wouldn't create them for me either. The claim sparked outrage and rallied support for Goldberg in the bakery, which became a protest spot. Goldberg showcased Charlotte Ruse cakes, causing controversy. Stating her mom loved them, she suggested her political opinions may have caused the eatery that created them to not fill her order. Goldberg didn't name the bakery, but the unusual box identified Holterman's. According to bakery owner Jill Holterman Bowers, the refusal was not political. He said the bakery couldn't handle large orders while rebuilding the boiler. Goldberg's statements sparked a stir even when the business owner explained them. Throughout its 146-year history, the public supported the bakery by waiting in line to buy its wares. Someone who visited the shop indicated they did nothing wrong. They said they were merely helping the business. I've never been denied entry to Holt O'Brien's. Just the grill was problematic. The family and business are amazing. This rush of response reinforced the bakery's claim that it was well-known and popular in the area and questioned Goldberg's claims. However, Goldberg's detractors asked why she suspected political prejudice. They said this situation is comparable to others involving the actress and comedian who routinely says unpleasant things on The View. Goldberg's honest and forthright writing has drawn criticism for anything from race and politics to bakery issues. Is a small business biased without understanding the complete story? Holterman's problem was a surprise blessing. They didn't know how bad things were until Ohio called. Bowers said Goldberg's words spread rapidly, and the bakery's faithful customers turned them into community support. Even though Mark Wahlberg didn't mention Goldberg, his statements at the time seemed to criticize him for doing something similar. Wahlberg criticized Hollywood's indifference to Goldberg's assertion that Holterman's Bakery rejected her cake order due to her politics. Goldberg may have demonstrated Wahlberg's living in a bubble by seeing the matter politically without comprehending the bakery's operational issues. Not only that, Goldberg's actions support Wahlberg's claim that they're pretty out of touch with the common person. Locals couldn't believe a 100-year-old Staten Island bakery would turn customers away. Related to politics, Goldberg's guests outraged people, making the bakery renowned nationwide. Wahlberg also remarked that celebrities don't feed people, demonstrating that Hollywood doesn't always understand common people. People significantly favored Holterman's Bakery over Goldberg, highlighting this divide. It's clear why Wahlberg's statements generated so much problems. Goldberg's efforts made a local bakery a symbol of fortitude against Hollywood's expansion. Wahlberg, who is proud of being grounded despite his popularity, seems to advise celebrities like Goldberg to be careful of their impact and not exaggerate personal issues. His response proves admiration and trust are privileges, not rights. People who abuse their authority may lose those attempting to connect with the star. However, Whoopi Goldberg recently explained why she stays working, showing that even though she is renowned, she understands working-class issues. She discussed the president-elect's cabinet nominees with her 69-year-old co-hosts. Trump is a unique candidate, in my opinion. She said something embarrassing about herself throughout this chat. According to Goldberg, many individuals, including herself, struggle with life. She stated she worked. I warned her she wouldn't work with unlimited money. I work. If I had unlimited wealth, I wouldn't be here. She assured them she works and has duties like everyone else. She informed them her daughter and her family had to care for each other. My daughter's family and my great-granddaughters must eat. I understand the difficulty. Goldberg worries about how economic issues would affect decisions, even though she knows how hard it is for average people. She said voters typically make decisions based on their worries, but they shouldn't damage most people. Someone remarked that what upsets everyone shouldn't endanger 85% of others. How does that connect to Goldberg's $30–60 million net worth? Although prosperous, she is always occupied. Emily's Fall/Winter 2024 line has gained acclaim, and she will play Miss Hannigan in Annie at Madison Square Garden. In addition, she's preparing for Sister Act 3, which everyone is excited about. I'm glad. The time has come. Despite Mark's claims, does Goldberg connect with the middle class? Your perspective matters. However, like many others, she must work to support her lifestyle. Goldberg has no plans to retire soon. Previously, you assumed the bakery incident was isolated. Remember, Goldberg's strong ideas have sparked trouble previously. She always starts a conversation, whether about national politics or her own issues. This new instance shows that false assertions can backfire, sometimes badly. Goldberg's outspokenness has cost her. What we'll see will amaze you. The cost of Whoopi's outspokenness. Whoopi Goldberg made history as a fearless, honest, and authentic talk show presenter. Her rise to fame is inspiring. She rose in Hollywood as Karen Elaine Johnson by being talented, humorous, and unafraid to discuss difficult topics. Despite her prominence, she did more than perform. On September 4, 2007, she became a social icon as The View host. Whoopi's first day on The View was unforgettable. She spoke out against Michael Vick's dogfighting incident without hesitation. Discussion arose when she suggested cultural differences could explain his behavior, not excuse it. Whoopi immediately showed she wasn't afraid to have serious conversations, even if they were angry. Her roles on the show have been some of its most talked about. She and Joy Behar fled the set in 2010 when Bill O'Reilly was outraged about a Muslim community facility near Ground Zero. What made 70 people do that? Why not kill this on 9/11? Not at all. My God, she fought Jeanine Pirro, a Trump opponent, in 2018. Both scenes highlighted Whoopi's boldness. You can trust her words. Whoopi Goldberg joked at a Radio City Music Hall fundraiser for John Kerry in July 2004. She made a sexual move and joked that George W. Bush shouldn't be in the White House while carrying wine. Slim Fast, her employer, fired her after the joke's blowback. One of Whoopi's most stunning professional moments was her confrontation with Oprah Winfrey. With their roles in the color purple, you'd think these two celebrities would be close. They reportedly didn't talk for years. Finally, Whoopi cleared the air on Oprah in 2010. Oprah stated she always felt Whoopi had an issue with her, but Whoopi clarified. She believed Oprah would have known about any problems because she doesn't hide her feelings. They were kinder after their major error. Whoopi is straightforward and doesn't like drama for its own reason, as everyone saw. Whoopi's interview on Cara Delevingne's tantrum became another memorable event. Cara had an odd conversation with Good Day Sacramento hosts. They found her snarky humor rude. Everyone felt different after becoming worldwide. Some claimed the hosts were nasty, while others said Cara should have been nice. Whoopi expressed her opinion without moderating. She said, "Suck it up. All done. Take it like us." She thinks being in the spotlight involves handling difficult situations gracefully. Some co-hosts defended Cara, saying it was just age differences, but Whoopi resisted. Age didn't matter to her. This was about professionalism. Show business is an honor, she assured everyone. Not being happy is wrong. Always being the same makes Whoopi memorable. She always speaks her mind, even if it angers others. Whoopi stays loyal to herself when she defends her beliefs, calls out poor behavior, or faces difficult issues. She caused a lot of trouble and had the bravery to have vital chats. Love her or not, Whoopi Goldberg has transformed how many view celebrities. Not merely an actress or talk show host, strong. She won't be quiet when it matters. Her view of marriage shows she dislikes rules. Goldberg married 3 times. She refused to marry again, informing her that she thought she was one of them who shouldn't marry. Marriage may be good for some, but not for her. In a 2011 Piers Morgan interview, she said she had never loved her husband. Why did you adore each husband? Absolutely not. Any of them? No, I disagree. Really? She said marriage required dedication. Though not dedicated, she was tremendously dedicated to her family. Even if her words occasionally contradict her actions, Whoopi Goldberg and her friends are social activists. Mark claims she's not social, but her job reveals otherwise. Goldberg has always defended rights. She led a 2008 Alliance of Youth Movement Summit discussion on how social networks could battle lethal extremism. She led another UN panel on human rights, terrorism, children in armed conflict, and reconciliation in 2009. These occupations demonstrate her dedication to global issues. The Jefferson Awards for Public Service celebrate community leaders, and she is on the National Museum of American Illustration's National Council Advisory Board. Goldberg's activism for LGBTQ rights and AIDS awareness shows her cultural and social sensitivity. In 1987, she marched for LGBTQ rights in Washington, D.C., and in 2010, she launched the Give a Damn campaign to urge straight friends to oppose LGBTQ prejudice. She supported transgender rights at the 2017 GLAAD Media Awards. Party, not people, comes first. Never focus on the celebration. People should always come first. Her activities demonstrate her commitment to equality and inclusion. Goldberg has joined other important organizations. She marched in NYC for gender equality and social justice at the 2017 and 2018 Women's March. She discussed snow bunnies and raised money for the SPCA on the George Lucas Talk Show in 2021. Proving she values animal safety, Goldberg's words sometimes confuse her feelings. On The View in 2012, she said she was an NRA member. Her views on many social issues may contradict this. Her diverse perspectives demonstrate her complexity. Even though her personal choices and statements seem to contradict this image, Whoopi Goldberg's activism, public service, and advocacy are strongly linked to social issues. Mark's advice seems good, yet his turbulent past raises critical questions. Is he qualified to deliver it? Answer this question if so. Mark's odd childhood and adulthood. Mark Wahlberg did awful things as a youth. Modeling for Calvin Klein made Mark Wahlberg famous in 1992. Few knew that 6 years earlier, he was charged with racially abusing and striking black youths for 2 days. He was 15 when he and 3 buddies attacked 3 black teenagers and hurled racial obscenities in 1986. The next day, during a field trip, the group tossed rocks and swore at a largely black 4th grade class. White guys were even invited to participate. After these events, Wahlberg and his associates were sued for civil rights violations. For another hate crime, the judge sentenced them to jail. Wahlberg, 16, punched 2 Vietnamese American men in 1988. He used racial remarks and whacked a man over the head with a huge stick. He punched Johnny Trin in the eye late that day. Wahlberg confesses to the first attack in prison, being accused of increasing racism. He pleaded guilty to assault after being charged with attempted murder and served 45 days of his 3-month sentence. Wahlberg felt he had blinded Trin, but Trin said the accident happened during the Vietnam War. Wahlberg fought his neighbor Robert Crehan in 1992. After multiple facial kicks, he shattered his jaw. Witnesses say Wahlberg's friend Derek McCall restrained the victim during the incident. Wahlberg's lawyer stated McCall, a black man, was attacked due to a racial slur. Final settlement was reached out of court. It's intriguing how Mark Wahlberg became famous. Ted, Daddy's Home, and The Italian Job are among his film credits. The Wahlburgers fast food chain was founded by him and his siblings. People like his redemption narrative from a hard start to Hollywood stardom. But it makes me wonder, how has he had such a short-term career success given his negative past? Unfortunately, Hollywood doesn't always forgive other guys like it does others. Wahlberg has committed race-based crimes, but he's still successful. Trinity Tripod says Hollywood loves stories about people who change and are forgiven, but only a handful are usually forgiven. Wahlberg's story inspires some but reminds others that not everyone has the same possibilities. Wahlberg has repeatedly expressed regret. In 2006, he said he wished to apologize to Johnny Trin and stressed the need of making amends. Wahlberg requested pardons from Massachusetts in 2014. For his past crimes, which sparked controversy, some didn't think he deserved a pardon, while others saw his efforts to improve. Wahlberg later withdrew his pardon request, stating it may not have been the best course of action. Wahlberg says he contacted Trin to apologize for the deaths in 2016. Trin forgave him and said the meeting would conclude everything. What does it all mean? Can someone with such a difficult life speak for others? How we view obligations and second chances is the answer. Wahlberg's tale shows how huge past mistakes can be and how to grow. It also reminds us that forgetting is hard. Mark Wahlberg has become more religious, a major transformation. He says being Catholic is the most important thing in his life. He even attends 2 Sunday services. Wahlberg publicly supports same-sex marriage despite Catholic opposition. This shows he can think independently and pursue his beliefs. Wahlberg apologized to Pope Francis in 2015 for his TED movie's terrible jokes. He was accountable for his actions since he tried to balance religion and job. In 2017, he told Cardinal Blasi Cupich that playing a porn star in Boogie Nights went against his principles and requested God to spare him. He then admitted on Andy Cohen's radio show that many took his joke too seriously. Even yet, the experience demonstrated he was trying to balance work and faith. Wahlberg has also taken his Christianity more seriously in recent years. He said fasting and praying during Lent drew him closer to his faith in 2023. He also mentioned practicing Hello Christian prayer for spiritual growth. Wahlberg has attempted to help others in progress. Mark Wahlberg founded the Mark Wahlberg Youth Foundation in 2001 to fund children's programming. He also helps the Good Shepherd Center for Homeless Women and Children. These actions reveal that Wahlberg is utilizing his popularity to serve others and has transformed into a man who values his faith. Is Mark Wahlberg qualified to discuss Whoopi Goldberg's politics given his past? How frequently do Goldberg scandals distract from her points? Write your answers, ideas, and feelings here. If you liked the video, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more such videos. Also, click the next video. Enjoy it.